Hello everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm just going to make a couple cards. That is my intention for the day. I wanted to get crafty and just have some fun. So I'm pulling out some Gina K products I got as the guest designer for the January card kit. I wanted to get some more use out of that kit because it is chock full of amazing things. So what I'm going to do right here is use some of my inks to alter the color of my Gina K Glitz glitter gel. And this is the clear or white glitter gel, and so I can alter this color very, very easily. Now I'm using just a little bit of this Catherine Polar ink. You could probably use, the more ink you use, obviously the more pigmented it will be, but I wanted to go for just kind of a soft look. Now the coffee cups you see in the scene right there on the left, that'll be used for the card, the second card, not this first card. I'm going to pull out this Sunspots stencil from Gina K, and I'm just going to tape it down, get it in place, ready to go, and I'm going to take my little palette knife there, and I'm going to place the Glitz glitter gel in order where when they mix, you'll get a nice little bit of a blend. So the blue, then the yellow in the middle, and the red on the other end. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to get a little bit of a green and an orange mix. Again, these are very soft colors, so I'm not getting really super brightness, but it works fine for me. So I was really, really happy with this. I surprisingly picked just enough Glitz glitter gel for this project. I might have needed a little bit more for the yellow, but usually I put too much on my palette, and then I'm like, oh, I can't put this back in the jar. It's contaminated. So I was pretty happy. It's better to go where you have to make some more than make too much, basically. All right, so I'm going to put the yellow down, and then I'm going to pull on the red. When you're doing this, it's funny because I was doing this and you can't see the image underneath because you're working on the stencil on top, and it looks just super messy. So I, along with you, hope and pray that when I pull off this stencil, it looks good because it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in crafting. So I'm done with my Glitz glitter gel. I make sure to clean up my stencil and my surface really well. One of the many things I could say about the Glitz glitter gel is it cleans off really easily. A lot easier than a lot of embossing paste out there. Okay, so I pull that off and I get this amazingness. This stuff is so glittery, named appropriately. Here's the dried version. It actually dries a little bit darker than it does when you lay it down, which is not common for our mediums that we use, right? A lot of the stuff dries back and it gets lighter. So now I'm going to work on the sentiment here for this card. I chose the big hello from the stamp set I got in that kit for January. It has to be probably one of my favorite stamps. The hello is just beautiful. It's big, it's bold, it's a staple in and of itself. I love it. I'm using black cardstock and apparently way too much powder for my anti-static powder tool. But it does the trick because there's no little black specks sticking around. So I'm just going to pour this super fine embossing powder over. This is from Nuvo, and then I'm going to heat set this. Now I do have my Wagner heat tool warmed up off to the side probably for about 30 seconds to a minute, and that will heat that beautifully without a lot of warping. So once that gets done, I take my microfiber cloth and I just rub that down as much as I can. I am going to cut the bottom sentiment, which is like in this case, would that be the sub sentiment? Because it's first, so it's, I just wanted to say hello. So what would be the sub sentiment? Is it sub because it's little? I don't know. We're getting philosophical here on the channel. Tell me what you think. So I'm going to use, I just wanted to say, and then this big hello. Now I'm bubble cutting the hello. It's when I cut out the sentiment around the letters itself, which adds a whole nother element to that. It's like it's die cutting it, except I really do wish I had a die cut for this because then it would pop out the innards from the big loops, which would be awesome, but I don't have one. So we're just going to go with this. I'm going to use some Nuvo liquid adhesive, and I'm going to place this down on top of the Glitz glitter gel. I do place some heavy blocks on top of it to hold it down. I just skipped that part for you. And this is the finished card. I love this one. I love how you can change and alter the color of your Glitz glitter gel. It's amazing. So you can try any color you want, and you're probably going to get a really fun Glitz glitter gel. All right, so some close-ups there for you. And we are moving into the second card here. I am going to pull out this MFT Splatters stamp set. This is definitely another staple in my craft room because I can use this for a variety of things. So today we're going to be using them as coffee splatters. I'm pulling out this Distress Oxide. This is antique linen, and I am going to put that on a clear mount, a clear block, and just stamp out freehand. I'm covering up this background. I'm going to be making this sort of coffee splatter type of distressed looking background. That's it. I'm just using some regular cardstock. I think this is Bristol because it's what I had on hand, and we're just going to be adding these splatters all over. So I thought this was super fun. This is one of my favorite stamp sets that I have in my stash. I use it quite a bit. Okay, so I get that background done. I'm happy with that. I colored up these coffee cups weeks and weeks ago, back in January when I actually got the kit from Gina K. I colored those up. This is Bristol Smooth cardstock with water brush pens to get that look, and that's it. So they're very easy to color, and I love how the stamp image itself has some shaded areas in there, so you can kind of see where to put your darker color. So it made it super easy. I'm just putting this down in a concentric circle, and I'm using some Nuvo glue to do that. So those are flat, but then I'm going to pop up the sentiment. So I'm going to pop the sentiment right in the center of this, and it's going to be just that pop in your face right there, the black and white for the card. Next thing I'm going to do for this card is take some sparkle pen from the scrapbook.com pen I have, and I'm going to cover just where the colored portions are for all of my coffee cups. This one made me super happy. I'm a coffee lover, and I just thought this was so much fun. Life happens, coffee helps, so does tea, so does hot chocolate. Any of our indulgences helps us through this thing called life. So there are my finished cards. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and for coming along on this very quick and just simple card making journey today. I will list everything I used below in the description. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to join and hit subscribe, and I will see you all in the comment section. Have a great week. On screen, you will see the Gina K January card kit video that I did and where I made a few cards, and another video that might interest you.